Awesome. Sounding really, really good. Very forward placement, very much like right in the front of his face. Very intense, bright sound that he's got. 100% in a full mix. Nothing airy or breathy about it.
Run, run, lost boy, they say to me.
It's an awesome build up. It's definitely got to be a backing track because it doesn't seem like anybody's on the stage yet to be playing this, but very cool build up. There we go. All right. I really, really love that synth sound. That sounds really cool. It's so pumped up. This is literally the perfect album for Transformers. Yeah, couldn't have picked a better band to do it.
Each flash as time began to blow.
Awesome. Sounding really, really good. Very forward placement. Very much like right in the front of his face. Very intense, bright sound that he's got. 100% in a full mix. Nothing airy or breathy about it. Like a totally different approach to singing than most of the K-pop that I'm reviewing. This is like way different. Way different. And so if you guys are interested in getting a little bit more knowledge about like how to sing in a mix and what a mix is versus falsetto versus chest voice and like getting a feel for what he's doing and how to get that in your own voice, I just highly recommend checking out my website. I'll leave a card up here and a link in the description. You can check out my program, Transform Your Voice. There you can find an amazing explanation and exercises to be able to get this into your own voice. So definitely check that out. So the one thing that I am noticing is that there's almost a little bit of an R in his E sound. Found me, right? It's like if you were to, right? If you were singing an R, that's what it would be. So it's like an E and an R. Found me. So if we could find, it's not something we want to do because usually that's the root of the tongue getting involved and kind of pressing against the tone. Not that he sounds bad in any way, it's just that it could be a little clearer if it came out, found me, right? So if it was a clear, relaxing the tongue a little bit more, you'd be able to find just a little bit more of a clear, crisp, bright tone that would carry through instead of the me where it's a little bit held back with that R type of sound, which comes from the root of the tongue tension. So just something for you guys if you're trying to sing this song with him, just making sure that you're not, you want to copy the best parts of the singers that you sing with. And so this is just something that will probably lead to a little bit of strain as time goes on if you sing it this way. I really, really love his rasp up there in the upper range. Definitely a lot of support happening underneath the tone as he's singing it. He's really, really engaging his core, making sure that we don't want to over-engage, but we still want the lower abdominals to kick in, the lower back to kick in, to help to support the tone so that the tone doesn't end up on the throat. So that's another thing that I cover in the course if you guys are interested. So I really love how it kind of just spits out the across. You can also hear on divide how steady the tone is. That steady tone is because of his lower abdominal engagement. New divide, right? So if you want to get that kind of pin straight divide, you have to be able to find that lower abdominal engagement into your core so that it doesn't fall divide where it falls on the throat. We don't want to push from the throat, we want to push from lower down. And I really like how at the end of each line he's trailing off. Like snow. Right? So he's kind of trailing off snow. And he's also pulling the mic away. That's another thing of mic technique, right? Making sure that on the louder parts or creating an effect with the microphone is definitely something that the pros know how to do that amateur singers don't do, right? So being able to pull away at the right time so that you're not cutting out part of the line would totally ruin part of the song, but being able to just pull away so that it allows it to fade out naturally is really cool. Another thing that is amazing about Chester is his enunciation. So if you notice when he's around me, right? So he's not going, and remember black skies. So he's not going, and remember black skies when all around me. Sorry, I don't know all the lyrics. He is really enunciating the words. I remember black skies when dawning around me. Right? So it's very, very clear and crisp articulation as he's singing the song. Definitely something to keep in mind when you're singing your songs, making sure that you're really opening your mouth and enunciating what you're saying. So then that way you're able to cut through a lot better. Creates a lot more clarity into the sound. Awesome. Wow. Sounding so good. And you'll notice how when he's going for the higher pitches, he will tend to lean forward. This helps to engage further into your abdominals, right? When you're leaning a little bit more, it helps to engage those lower abdominals and get the sound up and out of your throat. And it also throws off your mind from getting too stuck with the way that you're singing and being able to be a little bit more mobile so that you're not like rigid and stuck across its new. It's just gonna feel a lot tighter in the throat if you do it that way. So definitely leaning forward helps with that. One thing that to look out for that shouldn't necessarily be done on his part is the head. So we don't want to really jut forward with the head in general because it actually throws off the balance of the throat. So by and large, we want to keep a neutral position of the head. For like certain notes or for certain parts of it when you're moving, like you can move around from that position, but you want that kind of middle home position to be that spot where you keep on hitting, like at the end of a phrase or like as your homeostasis, your home base. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please check out this one because I'm sure you're going to love it too.